Good morning, good morning. Welcome to your practice. If you're new, I'm Martha McAlpin, and this is Kundalini. And Kundalini yoga, any type of yoga, is that which reconnects us to what is greater, what is higher, what is more, that takes the force of evolution, that natural biological pulse through from cell form and dinosaurs to birds to this moment. There is a force that is shifting and changing us all the time. Kundalini accesses that force and enables us to participate more directly in the evolution of our lives, of ourselves, of our development. Just as we could develop an opposable thumb, we could develop a more pliable spirit, a more attenuated, a more detailed response and return to who we are to be. And with that in mind, we are in the second chakra. We're making our way this year 40 days at a time. Each sequence follows the same pattern for 40 days. And then at the end of 40 days, right when you really know it, right when it's established in your sorts, right in the center of your schedule and your skeleton, and we do a new one. And we get used to this. We get good at starting again. We get good at finding our way in and out of what we think we know, of who we think we are. And I've come across this wonderful writer, poet, just recently. Jackie Suskin, thank you for this. And I pulled this and I will post it up on my Instagram. Let me remind you, there is another way. Within the work of this work is a great prompt that says, look how truly magnificent life can be. So much is asking us to forget the magic of craft and creation, the way we can hold metal or wood and make monumental shifts, to recall the way we can turn from stone to water and interrupt the building of walls to become a horizon never seen. That we can turn from stone to water and interrupt the building of old walls to become a horizon never before seen. Thank you. I will post it. Keep it in mind. There is another way, she says. Let me remind you, there is another way. Sit tall, tune in. Find this way for yourself. Heart high, eyes closed, chest broad. Ong Namo, I bow to everything outside of me. Guru Dev Namo, I bow to everything inside of me. 3 times, inhale. Ong Namo Guru Dev. Feel yourself connected with something greater than you ever imagined, more loving, more acceptant than you ever envisioned. And fall in right there. Your playlist starts on the second track. Right? On the second track. Coming to lie down on your back. Knees bent, feet flat. Set your blocks, blankets aside. Take my leave of you. All will be well. All will be well. And we begin. Hands down beside you, out wide or overhead. Arch your back, draw your hips towards your heart, and then round your spine to the floor, tip your tail to the sky. Start there, close your eyes, nothing more. Just feel what's sticky, what's held, what's clear, what's free. That our reading encourages us to move from stone to water. From rigidity to become pliable. If it opens, let it quicken. If not, take your time. Less trying. It's a gentle invitation. Slow down your day. Let it open. 30 seconds. Feel. Be changed. Pause. Elbows down, arms wide. If there's any question, the playlist is now at Wandering Sadhu. If you leave it, it'll just play on its own. Heels as wide as your mat. Heels step forward, not beneath your knees, but forward. Arms wide or overhead. Your knees begin to drop left and right, and you take your time. Continuing that linear release we just started, but now side to side, start to wash into the circularity of your hips. Close your eyes. As they release, as the low back opens, as the inner hips find their way out of nuts, out of yesterday, let it quicken. A minute right here. Up into the ribs, through the mid-back, into the diaphragm. Turning from stone to water. Rolling from the inside to the outside edges of your feet. Lengthen through the navel, the waist, and the low belly, and feel that length all the way up through the chest and the inner arms. 3, 2, and center. Good. Draw your left knee in. Interlace your fingers over your left shin. Extend your right leg long, both feet flexed. Right knee to chest. Right knee wide. Right leg extends. Knee to chest. Right knee wide. Right. Extend through center. So you're starting to make a great circle through your hip. Reminiscent of how we warmed up in Muladhara. But now the pivot point is the low back. And reverse your direction. Press straight out. Wide to the right. Bring it in. Use the breath to clear out any distraction, any disturbance that you encounter. For 3. For 2. And pause. Change direction, so holding your right shin, left leg long. Draw your left knee to your chest. Left knee goes wide, left leg extends. Take your time. When you're first starting out, it can be gravelly in your hip. It can be tight through the low back and the waist. Give it time. Use this circle as though kneading dough. And then reverse direction. Wide to the left, into the center, out to the end. Knee wide to the center and extend. Three, 2, and 1. Excellent. Right foot down, cross your left ankle over your right knee. Lift your head and shoulders, lift your right heel, reach it in, and then leg extends, hands overhead. Exhale, round. Inhale, open. Use the sole of your right foot to draw your right knee towards your right shoulder, gathering in and opening out. Finding the right low abdomen. 3, send your left knee away. 2. 1 more. Crossing right over left, bring it in, open it out. Exhaling, inhaling. Your pace, your depth, as you can, might be very small, might be very big. Send your right knee forward, draw your left knee in, go 3. Yes, and 2, and 1. Feet down, hands wide, or hands on thighs, press away. Your breath down into your abdomen, feel your pulse. Good. Put the soles of your feet together. Drop your knees wide. And again, the breath and your attention down into this watery well of your pelvis. Put the soles of your feet flat, arms wide or hands overhead. Widen your knees. Exhale, feet flat, knees together. Inhale, open, axe to close. It grows light and quick. In, axe, in, axe. Relax your low back towards the floor, that you're not generating tension, you're creating ease. Three, 2. Good. And pause. So press your feet down to lift your hips 4 to 6 inches. Feet together if you can, if not, they're apart. Knees wide to inhale, exhale together. So inhale, exhale. The hips lift. Relaxing through the low back, stand in your feet and drop into your shoulders. So each energy center has a front and a back. Finding here the back of Svadhistana. The inner thighs, the low abdomen, working together in new ways, maybe. Good. 3, 2, good. And pause. Lay it down. Notice. We're increasing circulation and dexterity where it may have been still. Widen your heels. So heels up, open your legs wide, arms wide. Put your left foot down and your right foot to the left, up and open. Right foot down, left on top. Opening and closing. Washing side to side. If you need to, modification, you bend your knees. Three, 2, 1 more each side. Bringing it down. Back to center, knees bend, feet flat. Pause there. Hands on thighs, press away, open the low belly. Our first step is to mobilize, to create movement for what has been still within us, all the things we are holding steady. Like the back of the closet, the back of a drawer. First we must move it around, then we can decide what do we keep, what do we let go. Roll up. Seated on the edge of your blanket, let your heels go out wide to the sides. Flex your feet, knees may be bent or out. Interlace your fingers and begin to stir. Inhaling across the center, exhaling across the back. Through the spine, but the movement is initiating almost at the point where your contact, the seat meets the blanket, and then reverse. And from that point of contact, move from your navel, move through the spine and the arms. Use your breath. And as you release and reverse direction, get a little smaller. The way a figure skater reverses and brings their arms, their legs a little bit closer, and the circle grows bright and quick. 3, Yes. All the way to the tips of your toes, 2. Use your low abdomen and reverse, small, tight, clean circle. Three, 2. And sitting tall, pause, notice. Put your legs together, stay seated on the center of that blanket. Shake out your feet side to side, your knees up and down. And draw your knees bend, your toes up, your arms out, your fingers in, thumbs up. So as you come forward, draw your hands apart. As they come together, drop back. Inhale, open, X together. In and out. Close your eyes. Move from the soles of your feet as though they were pulling you forward. And really the movement initiates from the low belly up through the chest. If needed, the elbows bend. Three, 2. Good. One more. Pause. Sitting tall, cross your legs, hands on thighs. Notice the low belly, the center of that pelvic bowl. Bright, maybe pulsing. 3, 2, and 1. Grand. Unfold your blanket so that you have a wider rectangle of this size. Right? If your playlist is shuffled or in any way tangled, we are on Espiritu. Good. A little bit of a dog. Just walk your feet. Arms long, legs long. Pause as you're ready. Thumbs down, shoulders back, navel to body. Knees a little soft, feet to the floor. And walk your feet to your hands. Good. Sit your seat back, your thumbs up, your heart up, you stand up. Inhale. And back the same way. Sitting down, ribs to thighs, hands down. Sit down to lift your heart, to lift your hands. Through chair to a fold. Sit to chair. Stand, open the navel. Down, 3 more. Two more. As you press your feet to the floor, open the backs of your knees and open your elbows. 1 more, sitting down. Press down to rise up. Hands wide, knees bend, same action, ribs to thighs, hands to blocks, left foot steps back, left knee to the blanket, and hands up high. Hands down and hands up. So your back toes are tucked under, and you're moving forward and back. 1 more. Hands high and fold down. Step your left foot up. Sit down, hands wide, stand tall. Open the navel and fold down, tail back. Right foot back, right knee down. And up. And down. Modification, left hand stays on thigh. One more. Take your time, right out the fingertips. And hands to the blocks, stepping up. Sit down, hands wide, open up. Become very fluid. Sit down. Left foot back, left knee down, hands up high. One or both. And out for three. Right out your fingertips. You can shake out your fingers as though they had water. Spill the drops out. Hands stay high. Right hand holds your left wrist. But now your hips come forward and back. Left toes are tucked under. Press into your feet to control the bend of your knees. And as you come forward slowly, press up into the right hand and softly to the right. An invitation to open. And widen down. Left foot steps up. Sit down, hands wide. And then hips back, hands down, right foot back, right knee down, and up. With the hands, right out the fingertips, any tension, any angles, any corners. Shake it out. Left hand catches the right wrist, and the hips continue to move, and as they do, that bind of the right wrist opening through the ribs, the shoulder, the hip, the heart, one more time. As you come forward, slowly, softly, hands to the left. To the left. And widen down. As you press back to down dog, slide your blanket back. Just enough. So that when you come down onto your belly, your hips are padded. Bend your knees. Palms down beside your ribs, straighten your legs. Lift up, bend your knees, fold back, child's pose. Rock forward, bend your knees. As you rock back, bring your shoulder blades to your spine, shoulders back. And you're peeling your front body off of the floor. Roll up, turn right, turn left, and center. Fold back. Rock forward, belly down. Roll up, look right, look left, look up, and fold. One more, just this way. Forward. To the right, to the left, to look up, to fold back. Forward and back. One more. Put your forearms together, your thumbs up, your elbows down, drop your head and open your outer shoulders, head between your arms. And rise up. Your playlist track is that we are the ones. Because we are. And knowing that gives us strength. And using our strength reminds us of what lies within us. And so you'll take your blocks and come to a cross-legged seat with your blanket underneath you. So if your seat is tight and your knees are high, the work is to add a second block or a blanket or a towel under your seat. Walk your heels forward beneath your knees so they're not tucked back. Fingers may drop forward off the front of the blocks or sideways off the sides of the blocks. Press forward, rock forward, press down to lift your hips. Set down, shoulders, inhale up, and then rock forward, press. So the work is to draw your hips up towards your heart using your low abdominal muscles. Gather. You can use your hands. You can press into the outer feet. Exhale. Inhale. We are the ones. Let it be a declaration in your body rather than your mind. You begin to feel that I can take action. Press to feel your own power. Even if you simply rock forward and never leave your seat, fantastic. Build this. Press down, rise up. This week in Vinyasa, we will use this action. We'll build it up. We'll find levitation. You can fly. So hands up high. Press down, stay. 3, 2. You may tremble. Sit down, hands up. We do 2 more like that. Forward and press. Press into that which you are uncertain about, that which you are struggling with. Sit down and let it through. Find your strength, find your power. Press, feel, know. And then letting it through. Hands up, inhale. Hands down, exhale, press, rise. Then now when we come forward and back, it may be a little bit easier. We're building ability. We're building familiarity. We're moving through that which says I cannot. Even if it's just moving towards maybe. Here we go. And then inhale, hands up high, little sips. 3 more. Heart up, chin in, lift the pelvic floor. Little cups in your hands. Pulse, mula bandha at the base, at the pelvic floor. Pulse, 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 pulse. Release the pelvic floor, release the throat, release the elbows and the breath. Shake it down. Stone is rigid, formal, structure, foundation. We are calling in fluidity, change, shift. Hands wide. Almost to touch. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Inhale, exhale. If you need to kneel with a block between your heels, then kneel. If you need to sit in a chair, if you need to stand up tall, keep that going. I'll turn so you can see. In, out. So I'm moving from my low belly, and my arms follow my spine. Close your eyes. Make it yours. Go. Any old injuries in your shoulders, keep your hands lower. If you're new to the practice, make it smaller. Keep the movement from the pelvis, open, close. As you're ready, hands come higher. Can't take my eyes off of you. Go, close your eyes. How can you make it easier? Where are you making difficulty? Where are you derailing your ability? Open your body. Three, two, hands wide, little cups in your hands, chin up, 3 more sips, bring it in. Heart up, chin in, lift the pelvic floor. Heart up, chin in, lift the pelvic floor. Open the elbows, little cups, catch it all. Release the pelvic floor, Mula Bandha. Release the throat, Jalanhara Bandha. Bend the elbows, hands come down, feel. It's not about the chop or the surface of the feelings. Go underneath them. We can see, we can perceive without the upheaval. We grow familiar with our own power. Bring your hands down. Palms onto the blocks 3 times, that's all. Inhale up. Close your eyes, you know where you're going. Go under the waves, press. And sit and rise. And sit. One more. Press. Rise. And let go. Put the last 2 fingers, fold them to your palms. Your thumb locks them down. First 2 fingers pointing out. First, bend your elbows. Inhale up, exhale down. Beginning to move your elbows. Keep your elbows bent is step 2. Step 3, as you are ready, arms are straight. Again, moving from the low abdomen. My arms simply follow my spine. And then close your eyes. 1 minute. Three, 2, hands high, pause. Inhale up to the throat, heart up, chin in. Pause, lift the pelvic floor in pulses, impulse, pulse, 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 pulse. Release the breath and arms. Beautiful. Seated is welcome. Seated on a chair is welcome. I like to stand right here. Let your legs out, let your body move. I need to circle my hips after all the forward and back. Shake out the hands. The thumbs fold to the base of your pinky finger. Your fingers fold over your thumb. They wind one over the other, forward motion. Long, smooth breathing. Close your eyes. Move. The body quiet or the body moving as needed. Where is it caught? Where is it tight? Keep your hands a steady engine, propelling sensation, freedom, clearing. Go. 3 minutes right from here. Where are you derailing your abilities? Where are you creating constraint and unnecessary effort? Where are you building the most placid of stamina to hold upheaval? To hold yourself and let upheaval pass through? Other people's upset, other people's issues, changes in context and circumstance. Your breath is a clear, simple conduit of light. Smooth out your interior. Ride it out. Let the upheaval turn to light. The good, the bad, the just, the unjust. It will not bring you down. It will not hold back your development. You bring it in. You transform it into light. The light turns into love. You are a conduit of light. Let it move. Three, 2, 1. Inhale. Hold the breath. Tight fist. Press your forearms. Stay. 3. Stay. 2. Press. Let go. Inhale. Fist. Cross. Press. Stay. And out. We don't need the context to be smooth and serene at all times. Imbalance in the second chakra is born of a need to control, that my will must be established where I am in the way I see fit. We create a tension outward and inward. Keep this. Bring it down to a seat. Legs crossed, heart high. Put your blocks down. To fold forward. Inhale up. YouTube has jumped away from us. Inhaling, and then exhale to fold. Inhale, sit up tall, reach up tall. Exhale, fold down. Continue. As you're ready, hold opposite elbows, folding forward, rising up. Good. And we go. Technology. Controlling the circumstance. Here we go. Inhale up. Only as far as your back appreciates staying as flat as you can through the hinge of your hips. One more, we go. Good. Put your right hand down, reach your left hand across. Left hand down, right hand across. So I will layer on modifications. I will layer on different ways in and out of our postures. If you know where you're going, go. If you know which one serves you, go there. You may work here supporting with one hand, opening the other side. Stay here the whole time if you choose, or palms together. Same gesture through the spine, but press your palms, keep your seat. Next step, hands the height of your forehead. Next step, hands high, just a slight space between the palms. The movement through the spine is the same. Keep the low belly as your anchor and your action. And now we stay. Good. Keep your seat on the floor. And then let it quicken. Where are you making it difficult? How are you making it difficult? Let that pass. Without giving up, without leaving. Let go of how you derail your own ability. Find the light. Three, 2, 1. Now inhale, chin up, 3 sips. Heart up, chin in, little cups in your hands. Lift the pelvic floor and pulse it. Pulse, 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 pulse. Stir the energy at the base. Release Mula Bandha at the pelvic floor, the throat, the breath, the elbows, the hands. And notice. We do not need to be stones. We do not need to withstand our own experience. We can be the wave, the depth, the spray on the wind. We choose. Seated on your blanket. Lie back, knees bend, feet flat. Interlace your hands behind your head at the base of the skull, thumbs pointing down. Elbows wide, press into the elbows, float the chest, press your hips down, pull your tail towards your heart. The way we began that little cat-cow, I want you to just keep a little arch. Your heart comes up, elbows press wide, back of the head into the floor. All that space. Option one is just to float your hips and then set it down. Lifting the hips and then setting down. Lengthening. Or walk your feet a heel step, and up. Elbows wide. Respect your low back. You're keeping your low back lifted, you're standing in your feet, you're opening the front body. The full pose, the heels extend, the legs extend, a little press. Be careful, be wise, hamstrings are strong, but be aware of your low back. Let it be light. For me, heels are forward. Elbows wide. For 8, 6, 4, 2. Good. Release your hands, release your hips. Take your blanket from beneath you. Put it over your low belly. Hands on the blanket, legs out long, eyes closed. Your knees bend, your feet walk in. Set your bolster beside you. Pause your playlist if it continued. Roll up to a seat. Legs crossed, heart high. Any adjustment, any extra layer, socks, a wrap, any form? Lift your left arm, thumb, first fingertip, touch, the other fingers gather and organize and then descend. Whole left side stable, clear. Give your breath 1 or 2 moments of total freedom. Anything you've been holding, you'll notice it has a little charge. Let it through until it's clear. Heart up, chin in. Right hand, first 2 fingers together, folding down. Take the tip of your 4th finger to your left eye corner and slide down. Feel the left side of your nose till the bone ends just above the flare of your nostril and close there. In and out, an easy breath through the right side nostril only. Close your eyes. Release the 4th finger, the tip of your right thumb to your right inner eye corner. Slide down the right side of your nose. Feel where the bone ends, above the flesh of your nostril. Close there. In and out through the left side only. Soften the left shoulder, the left jaw. Breathe in the mouth, out the mouth. Close your mouth in your left nostril. Out right, 2, 3, 4. In right, 2, 3, 4. Out left, 2, 3, 4. In left. Out right. In right. Out left. In left. Out right. In right, out left, right hand down, normal breathing. Your right first fingertip, bring it to the tip of your nose. Go up the bridge of your nose to where the bone of your nose meets your skull. Now go up a finger's width, that's between the eyebrows. Now go up 2 fingers width, center of the forehead, 3rd eye center. Feel that. Breathing in through both nostrils, feel your breath rise through the nostrils up to that 3rd eye center, 2 lines of light, and back out. An inverted V. Fold your first 2 fingers down, close the right side nostril in the mouth, out the mouth, close right, in left, a stream of light up to that 3rd eye center, close left, out right, a stream of light out the right side nostril, in right, up to the 3rd eye, close right, out left, line of light out the left. You continue in left, out right, in right, out left, in left, out right, in right, out left. Right hand down, normal breathing. Notice that inverted V in both nostrils to the third eye center and back down. Invite the third eye center to grow brighter as the breath and the lines of the breath fill that space of the forehead. And soften as the breath comes out the nostrils. Use your mind, use your imagination, use your senses. 30 seconds. Deepen your breathing, soften your face. Sweep wide to return, reaching high. Palms together, exhaling, thumbs to the forehead, center. 8 count Sat, 2 count Nam. Inhale, I am this. Nam. Sat Nam. I am this. This is my true self. And one more to hear it through. J. Ruskin writes, "Let me remind you, there is another way." Within the work of this work is a great prompt that says, look how truly magnificent life can be. So much is asking us to forget the magic of craft and creation, the way we can hold metal or wood and make monumental shifts, to recall the way we can turn from stone to water and interrupt the building of old walls to welcome a horizon never before seen. Thank you for your practice, for your time, for your effort, your dedication, your curiosity. If you're new, I'm Martha McAlpin. You're always welcome, any level. I'll be back tomorrow at noon, Thursday noon, Friday noon, Saturday 9:30, Vinyasa, and then Sunday again to this sequence, 8 a.m. Information's on the website, marthamcalpin.com. We're still working out the technical hiccups, but every platform you're familiar with should be running well. So when it all switches, you shouldn't notice, it should just get better. Thank you. I'll see you tomorrow. Be light. Sat Nam.